Hi, welcome to Fait Essentials. I'm Tracy, and in this video I am going to be talking about this lovely herb, thyme. The herb and the essential oil. Great combination to have in your house to use both medicinally and for culinary purposes. This video I'm going to be talking about the history, how it was used way back in time, and how we use it today. I will go over some safety precautions that you might want to take when using the essential oil and the herb, as well as some other oils that blend very well with the thyme essential oil if you like to make your own blends. The very end of the video, I will talk about how thyme is cultivated, how we harvest it, and how we get our distill it for the essential oil. So thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, any comments, please add them below and I will respond. I hope you like the video. Thyme has been used for thousands of years for its culinary, medicinal, and magical qualities. Ancient Egyptians used it for embalming. Ancient Greeks used it to intercept poisons in foods as a symbol of courage, and also added it to bath water before going into battle. Romans used thyme as an emblem of bravery and also associated thyme with style and elegance. In Europe, thyme was grown extensively in gardens, and Charlemagne even issued instructions to his estate managers that thyme was to be grown in all of his gardens. Thyme was placed under the pillow to ward off nightmares and illnesses. As an antiseptic, it was used as a soak for bandages to heal wounds. Thyme was used extensively to stop the spread of diseases, and it was also used as a key component to protect people from the Black Death. Thyme has been used for centuries as a preservative for meats and as an herb for foods, as it was widely used to flavor cheese and also liquors. Today, thyme is still widely used in the culinary arena to season and flavor meats, poultry, fish, soups, sausage, and vegetables. Thyme has a nice mild flavor that blends very well with many other spices, and it's nice because it doesn't overpower other flavors. Thyme has long been used by herbalists for many different purposes, which include as an expectorant, antispasmodic, a carminative, and for its diuretic properties. Thyme contains between 20 and 54% thymol, which is used as an antiseptic that's commonly found in mouthwashes and toothpaste. Thyme can help maintain healthy teeth and gums, provide relief from toothache, and also heal ulcers or infections in the mouth and the throat. When used for oral hygiene, it can be used to treat tooth decay, gingivitis, plaque, and bad breath. Thymol enhances the immune system and fights infections, and it can be beneficial to fight respiratory infections. One of the most beneficial ways to use thyme are as a steam bath when you're initially experiencing symptoms of cold or flu. It can be beneficial as a remedy for coughs that are dry, painful, and unproductive, as thyme helps soften the cough, loosen, and relieve mucus. For this steam bath, you simply want some hot water, not boiling, a bowl, a handful of fresh or dried thyme, and a towel for tenting. Once you get all this in the bowl with the hot water and the steam, breathe deeply the steam so that it fills your lungs and sinuses as much as possible. This steam bath can be done 2 to 3 times daily, but you want to be careful not to use water that's so hot so you don't burn your skin. If you don't have the herb, a couple drops of essential oil in steam or a couple drops on a cotton ball in the shower will be beneficial. And even just taking in the aroma by holding the essential bottle close to your nose will help. Thyme stimulates the circulatory system by relaxing the arteries and veins, which can help lower blood pressure. It can also work to tone the circulatory system and strengthen the cardiac muscle. Thyme works to relax the body, which is an effective way to reduce stress and anxiety levels. Add the oil to your diffuser. Use it again in a steam, or even inhaling the aroma a few times weekly can relax and open your lungs, allowing you to remain in control and level-headed. Thyme helps balance hormones and is particularly helpful in menstrual or menopausal women. It can also increase progesterone levels. Thyme is effective against nail fungus, athlete's foot, as well as ringworm. Small amounts of thyme, when taken internally, can aid to reduce symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome, colic, upset stomach, gastric pains, and gassiness. It can also be used as a diuretic to increase urine flow and reduce bloating. It's helpful as a disinfectant in the urine, and it protects against urinary tract infections. It can also be used as an appetite stimulant. In addition to flavoring and preserving foods, thyme can easily be added to recipes for teas, honeys, and tinctures. Red thyme essential oil is often used in perfumes, soaps, and cosmetics. The essential oil of thyme is considered to be a hot oil and should never be used directly on the skin as it can cause severe irritations or burns, so always dilute this oil with a carrier oil. And thyme essential oil should never be taken internally. Thyme essential oil can cause diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, headaches, and dizziness. Thyme can slow the heart rate, depress respirations, and lower body temperature. It may also reduce clotting times, which increases the risk of bleeding, so it should be avoided by those who are on blood thinners. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should not use thyme essential oil. There are several different chemotypes of the genus Thymus and the species vulgaris, but there can often be a lack of understanding as to which chemotype you need to use to address a specific concern. This can cause confusion and frustration when you're using the oil but not seeing the anticipated results. So it would be best to talk to an aromatherapist or an herbalist to make sure that you're getting the appropriate oil for the conditions that you're seeking treatment for. For those do-it-yourselfers out there with a can-do attitude who like to create their own signature blends of oils, thyme blends very well with bergamot, basil, clary sage, cypress, eucalyptus, geranium, grapefruit, lavender, lemon and lemon balm, marjoram, oregano, pine, rosemary, and sage, amongst many other different oils. Thyme is native to Europe, North Africa, and Asia. There are over 350 different species of thyme. Thyme is a perennial evergreen shrub that's highly aromatic. It typically grows about 12 inches in height and roughly 16 inches wide. As the plant grows, it can grow in both a horizontal and upright way. As it ages, the stems become woody. The leaves are very small and of a deep green or gray-green color, which vary in shape and hair covering depending on the species. The leaves are very aromatic, and each species has a slightly different scent. The essential oil of thyme is contained in the leaves, and it's this oil that we look for when we want flavoring for culinary uses and we want to use it for its medicinal properties or the essential oil itself. When thyme flowers, there are many clusters of small purple or pink flowers that are quite pretty. And the seeds of thyme are extremely tiny. They can germinate for up to 3 years. Thyme is best grown in hot, sunny locations with well-drained soil. It's typically planted in the spring and can be propagated by seed, cuttings, or dividing the roots. It's drought tolerant and can survive deep freezes. For essential oil, thyme is usually harvested once per year during the late summer when the flowering begins. If you want a dry thyme, it's best to harvest the stems and the leaves just before flowering begins, and the entire plant can be cut back to about 4 to 6 inches above the ground. When you want to use fresh thyme, harvest only the tips of the branches so that the entire plant remains strong enough to continue producing young shoots. Approximately 1,500 tons of thyme is produced globally, mainly around the Mediterranean region, but statistics are rare because it's grown worldwide and extensively cultivated both commercially and in home gardens. The annual production of Thymus vulgaris essential oil is about 4 tons, and the annual essential oil production of all species of thyme is around 30 tons. The United States is the major market for thyme essential oil, followed by Japan and Europe. To obtain the essential oil of thyme, the leaves, buds, and flowering tops are steam distilled twice. The first distillation produces red thyme essential oil, which is more potent and highly concentrated. This oil is mainly used in the perfume industry. After a second distillation process, a gold to pale yellow oil is produced, and it's this oil that's marketed as the white thyme essential oil, which is actually less concentrated. The aroma of thyme is sweet and herbaceous. The principal places for distillation of the essential oil are France, Morocco, Turkey, and Spain. There are many types of thyme essential oil, but all are distilled from Thymus vulgaris, and they are distinguished from each other by their chemical constituents. The chemotype is the oil's overriding constituent, and this can vary greatly depending on the species of the plant the oil was extracted from. Knowing the main chemotype of the oil is important because each chemotype has different therapeutic properties, aromas, and safety concerns. Using two of the more common chemotypes found in thyme essential oil, thyme linalool or thyme thymol, for example, linalool is a much gentler chemotype than is thymol. There are some essential oil companies that will clearly label their product with the key chemotype, but you'll also find that there are some essential oil companies that may combine several types of thyme chemotype to produce an oil that has an application potential for a broader spectrum of the properties than that of a single chemotype alone. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it informative, and if you did, please press like, subscribe, and let all your friends know about these videos. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the links below. Also, if you have anything that you want to say, how you use thyme, any recipes that you might add them to, just add that in the link below as well. It'd be very interesting. I'd be very curious to hear how other people use this herb and oil. I'm Tracy from Fait Essentials. Have a great day.